Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Hey, let's do a random ranking. Let's go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies from most favorite to least favorite based on whatever criteria we come up with. I say we because I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Then I'll dive into that comment section like this. And then we will discuss cinema. We'll talk about movies, although I am a few days late on comments. Just been a busy time for me. And I don't know how random this is going to be. I mean, it's going to be random because I don't know the 3 movies that I'm picking. But I've been picking movies from this section, and I think they've been really good because it's stuff that I feel like I've never ranked, or if I have, it's been a very long time. So, yeah, I think I might do that again. I'm going to go back here. You know what? We need to push. I don't want that to fall over. But we're gonna pick from that area. Again, my collection's not in alphabetical order, so these are not the A's, these are not the B's or anything like that. These aren't the numbers. Okay, we gotta be careful here. Oh, okay, I think we're good. Nice. All right, let's see what these are. Not bad. Okay. Oh wow, haven't seen that one in a long time. Okay, rented that one on VHS. Okay, but let's start with Kong Skull Island. We have a Blu-ray right here. And this movie, I actually don't like a lot of it, but I really like the look of King Kong. I think he looks amazing. I think the design there was awesome. I like how large he is, and the cool thing is that he's like a kid here, so then when we see him later in Godzilla vs. King Kong, or King Kong vs. Godzilla, however it's called, I don't remember, he's even bigger. But I thought this one looked really cool, and I like a lot of the shots in it, but I don't like a lot of the silliness. We have Samuel Jackson in this movie, and he says, "Hold on to your butts," and it's like, let's just reserve that for, let's just reserve it for Jurassic Park and nothing else. So stuff like that. There was some like humor in it that I really wasn't that into. John C. Reilly almost seemed a little bit over the top, but at the same time, the other movies are very dry and don't have much humor, and they're not very like fun, you know? I mean, I like them. I like that Godzilla movie, the first Godzilla movie from this franchise, but they're just not fun. And this one I think is fun, even though there's a lot that I don't like about it. So yeah, Kong Skull Island, I like it even though I have issues. Look at the slip here. The slip cover is what is that, embossed, debossed here. Is it a little bit of both happening? Can you even tell that? Oh. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Mom. Cherry bomb. Okay, so we have I don't give a damn about my edge. Joan Jett right here, and Cherie, what is her name? Cherie Currie? Cherie Currie, yeah. Is that what she went by? Cherie Currie? Why does that not sound right to me? Anyway, The Runaways. Michael Shannon's also in this movie. It's been a while since I've seen it. I think I've seen it 2 times. And I thought it was pretty good, but at the time, like, had a tough... I had a tough time sort of seeing these actors as who they are playing. Just because I know them so well as the actors they were, at least at that time, you know. We're looking at Twilight over there, we're looking at Child Star over there, and it just sort of like, I felt like I was watching those actors. I didn't feel like I was watching Joan and Cherie, right? It didn't feel that way. But it was still good, you know. I liked it enough. So I don't know. Good. What does good actually mean? You know, it was like a movie that I watched and thought it was fine, liked the music, but I didn't fully buy into the actors, I guess. You know, it was like I watched it and it was like, oh yeah, you know, that works. But just wasn't fully. Is maybe in this too? It's been a while. Maybe from Arrested Development. I think so. But I don't completely dislike this movie, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and I don't even dislike it. Next we have Valley Girl. Now this one I should probably actually put back because I have not seen it since VHS days. I mean, I rented this from the video store when I was with my mom. We were just walking through the aisles. I was a kid, and she pointed to Valley Girl, and she's like, "Oh, I love that movie," from when she was like a teenager. Let's see what year. 83. So she was a teenage. Well, depending on when it came out, she was either a teenager or 20 when this came out. So you know, I mean, she has a big crush on Nicolas Cage. He was her favorite for a long time. Nicolas Cage and John Cusack were her faves. So she really liked this for Nicolas Cage. Had a crush on him in it back in the day, back in the 80s. And I was like, well, I hadn't seen it. You know, I'm a young kid. So she showed it to me. We watched it. I remember liking it, you know, but details I really can't get into. So just because it's been so long, but I just wanted to tell that story about my mom really loving this movie, and then we walked past it at the video store, and she got all excited in that moment about seeing it, and then we ended up renting it, and that's how I watched it. And then I bought this, clearly, but I haven't watched it yet. So I've not seen this film since it was on VHS, since I rented it with my mom after she was like, oh my goodness, I love that movie. So how are we going to rank these? I think I'm going to rank these in the order in which I want to see them right now. Sometimes I have to do that, and I'm doing that mostly because Valley Girl I haven't seen so long. It's difficult for me to form an opinion based on the plot and acting and story and all of that. But I am going to put it at number 1 because it is the one I really want to see the most. I'd like to refresh my memory on that film. And then same thing with the Runaways. I've only seen that, I believe, 2 times. And I want to see, now that some time has passed, are these 2 actresses, or am I able to sort of see them in the roles that they are playing, or do I still see them as the actors that they are? But then I'm going to put Kong Skull Island at the end because I've seen that movie a lot. When I paint, every once in a while I get into a groove. So this is not only like my movie collection. On that side is my art studio. So I'm always painting over there. And when I do, I have a TV over there, and I'll always have a movie in while I'm painting. And I'll get on these kicks to where I just watch the same movie over and over again for a long time, you know, a few days, few weeks. And that's what I did with Kong Skull Island. So I've seen, you know, I've seen it. I saw it in the theater. Pretty sure I saw it in the theater. Yeah. And then I've also like listen to it a lot because I'm painting, so I'm looking at my painting, but I'm also, you know, like if I need to adjust my eyes, give my eyes some exercise, because, you know, I'm like staring at the painting like this for so long, you know, or like this, but then I need to adjust my vision. I got the TV over there, and then I'll look at it. So I've listened to it and watched it many times. But today we're ranking based on which one I would like to watch the most right now in this moment. And again, Valley Girl because I'd like to refresh my memory, and then the Runaways because I want to see if my opinions have changed on Kristen Stewart and I just lost it. What's her name? Dakota Fanning. Dakota, and I was started to think Montana. Sorry, you know, like one of those, one of the state names. I was like, it's not Hannah Montana. Dakota Fanning, and then Kong, simply because I've just seen it so many times. So there we are, Valley Girl, The Runaways, and Kong Skull Island. My question to you, though, is have you seen these movies? These films right here? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.